Hello, 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 and welcome back to Embody Your Empress. I'm your host, Sarah King, and today we have a very exciting, very epic guest to share with us. If you love travel, if you love good food, if you love good fun, stick around. This is going to be for you. Welcome to this episode of Embody Your Empress, where we are going to learn new things. We're going to get some new perspective on life, and we are just here not just to live our lives, but to really be that empress that we can be. Our guest today, welcome Carley.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I am beyond stoked to be here.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you said yes to coming on here. Like, you are a woman who is just loving life. Like, you, to me, you are the empress embodied. Like, you just have all the energy.
Oh, I literally was listening to your intro and I'm like, this is what I'm about. I am about living life, being like, embodying it and taking it all in. And that's pretty much why I started my business. Like, I want people to really embrace life, to really feel it and to, be amazed by it. Like, you've only got one life. What are you doing?
Have some fun and eat the pasta. And for those of you that haven't quite caught on to what we are talking about,
Yeah.
Carley has just launched the most amazing tour and event business. Revera is going to flip the script on all of that cookie cutter travel that has people going blah after they have visited somewhere. She is crafting soul filled or inspiring tours and events that bring people back to life. So
Mm,
that's got the carbs involved. That's got the cheeky bubbles, right?
yes,
Maybe some
absolutely.
melons.
Bit of aperitivo hour with an Aperol spritz.
Oh my goodness. See,
Yeah.
you've got it nailed already. Tell us about it, Carley. Like, how did you get to the point of launching like the best tour business?
Oh my God. This is a story and a half. So luckily it's a podcast, but it was a journey. Like, I've got a lot of experience in coordinating large travel and mass movements of people due to my background. One of my biggest fears is not living life. Like I get quite frustrated if I'm stuck or held back because of a situation I'm in when I could be doing something that's much more soul filling and wholesome and authentic to me. So last year I was having a bit of a quiet season and working out what that purpose was for me. It's that time of my life where I really just want to stop going through the motions of life and the ticks of what you should do, get a job, go to uni, or whatever your script is. And I had done all the things. I have achieved a lot in my life, but it was not fulfilling. And I listened to a lot of mentors, and what they say is write a list of what you love. That literally is how I started. I think I did it in Jan last year. And my list was pretty simple. I love travel. I love good food and good wine. I love a social event, not like a superficial social event. Like, I just want a good time sort of moment. And I love live music. And I'm not a singer or anything to do with concerts. So that part just stays in the hobby side. But it really sat with me through the year of like, what is it that I can bring all of this together? And I last year was going through a journey of listening to my intuition, and it said, fuck it, book the ticket. And so I booked a ticket and I went overseas, and it was a very intuitive trip. I planned nothing. I got, cues from my intuition about where I should go next, or listening to conversations and recommendations of the people and the connections I made on that trip of where I should go, and just followed this journey and this path. And I reckon it was my second last day, the penny drops. Like, you just have those light bulb moments. It's like I've known for ages. I've spent the last 3 weeks watching all of these people run around, going from one tourist destination to the next. They would just order or be quite rude and abrupt and not engage with the locals. And I could just watch this happening. I'm like, man, these people are totally missing what I think is the essence of travel, and that's living in the moment, connecting with people. I engaged with locals. I had conversations with restaurant owners, the Airbnb hosts, and that led me to so many beautiful, magical moments that other people didn't get. My own private taste testing, or their favorite beaches that they go to as locals, and there's no one else there. I had this most magical moment of this beach to myself. A little cove in Italy, clear blue water, and I was the only soul there. Those are the moments I want people to have in their life, to not be in the rat race, to go, hey, there's more to life than checking boxes. So that is when the penny dropped. But I'm also an experience girl. Like, I love experiences. I think they show you another element to yourself. You get over some fear or concerns you have of judgment, and you just give something else a go. And you never know what will happen, whether it's a paint class. I did horse riding. That for me was the most epic element of the trip. Like, I am a little bit scared of horses, which is really stupid, but I challenged myself. I just wanted to go on a freaking horse journey. And it was so fun. It was just me and one other person and the lead. And this guy didn't speak a word of English, and he had a boombox and was just playing disco classics as we're going up these hills in Italy. And I was having the time of my life, the best views in Italy, listening to, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I was just can't believe that this is my life. It was just, a really eye opening experience. And I want that for people. I want people to have some connection, to have these moments for themselves. So that is why I started Revera. I want to bring back the soul into whatever it is that you're doing. And I am really good at organizing things. So why not use my skills and come along and have a good time?
Oh my gosh, I literally rolled my eyes back with bliss when you said you had your own private cove in Italy. No one else is there. I can feel the sun, I can feel the
Yeah.
water, and just the magic of creating that connection with local people
Mm-hmm.
because they know, like, we all, in theory, we all know this. The locals know the in hotspots to be, they aren't going to have the crowds. Like when I traveled, oh my God, like I was so sick of being crushed in the crowds, trying to see the Vatican on like a 1 hour tour, and you can't even see anything because you are so
No.
rushed. There's so
Oh,
many people in the way. And
yeah.
at the end, it's just like, oh, what are we doing? Like,
What
luckily,
is,
yeah, like, what is it though?
yeah.
Like, when I traveled, we have like a wicked band. So we were off the beaten path more than
Yes.
most. But there were those times when you were just in the push of it all. And I know so many people travel like that and they miss out on those amazing experiences. Like, wouldn't you rather just be riding a horse looking out over the view?
Yeah, like doing something completely random that you hadn't thought of that, is so different to your normal life that I think adds the memories to your travel. So when you're looking back on your life, like I look back on that Italian trip and yeah, it was cool. I was in Italy, but those are the moments I remember the most. And the good thing is I think the tours I'm creating is cultivating a space of connection. And I think 2025 for me is about connection and collaboration, working with people who are of the same, energy as I am, as the same thought patterns of wanting to live life and live a good life, and getting to that point of actually just doing it. So I want to create this space for women to come and feel safe and to connect with other like-minded people and inspire or be inspired, to have
Mm.
people that are there that you don't know who your connection is going to be, whether it's your next work collaboration or a new best friend or someone that just inspires you to do something completely different. Like, that is the space I'm creating. And for me, travel is such a way to become yourself, to find out really who you are and to be in the moment, because you don't have the mess and the noise of your normal everyday. Like, everyone's so used to doing their normal thing, going to their normal coffee shop and going to a restaurant in their town that they're used to. Travel really puts you out of that element. You're in someone in a whole other world that is got a different culture, that has different foods and wines and traditions. And it really opens your soul up into who you are and gives you the opportunity, I think, to listen more to your intuition and to be in the moment. That's really important to me. My tours will give that opportunity. Don't ever think that you're going to be stuck on a bus. I don't want that you have to be here at this time, this time, this time, this time, and we're going from here to here to here. That is not what I'm about. I have created a beautiful 10-day tour, and I've booked the accommodation. We have the transport, and I'll have the extra little, sparkle to the day or whatever it is, whether it's a cooking class or a boat trip. You don't have to do it. You can just explore the town. So you'll have the days to yourself to travel how you want to travel, whether it's museums, art galleries. For me, it's literally being a lizard on the beach. I am just stoked being on a holiday somewhere else in the world. Like, I'm very happy doing that and just finding my way through the town and stumbling across treasures. That is how I travel. So that is what I'm giving to the people. I think it's the perfect balance.
Oh my gosh, I love that, because that is me. Like, I just want to go and I want to like lay on the beach and read my book.
Yes, exactly. Just do it in another part of the world.
From a soup, perhaps.
Here to you, however you live your life. There's
Oh,
absolutely
I
no
love
judgment
that.
here.
Yes, absolutely. Yes to intentional living. Like, I think this year had a lot of people have just opened their eyes to going, I am just going through the motions with everything I do. Let's
Yeah.
be super intentional about it. And why not start with the most amazing travel experience?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think people let that fear, like, especially women, like we go, oh, that would be nice, like one day, and we put it in that future basket. We don't just go, fuck it, I'm going to book it right now and I'm going to go.
So I think that there's actually lots of probably answers to that. There's one where there are the women who are too busy and don't have the capacity to research, but they want that. Like, they are the girl bosses, the single mamas. There are so many people that are very busy, and I see that. Sometimes burnout is a thing. You need to take time for yourself to refresh. So that's where I've come in. I've done the hard yakka. Like, I've got all the things booked, and you can work out what you want to do on the day there. Like, it's fine. And I will, I'm not a tour guide, I'm a tour coordinator, but I will have all of the resources there that you can go and find things that you want to do on the day. Then there is just the fear. There's the fear of traveling by yourself. There is the fear of, growing up and being in a space that you've never been, because people don't explore that much. There is definitely that element. And it's learning about your intuition and trusting yourself. That is the importance. So I think when you come on a tour with me, I'm providing that space where you get to learn and grow from that. And it's like that baby step into traveling by yourself. You need to be able to have fear in the car, but it doesn't take the driver's seat. Like, it is there in the back seat and it can help guide you, but it doesn't rule the roost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have my first solo adventure coming up in a few months. And when
Yeah.
we were talking about it, you were so great, because I did have that fear coming up, even though it's somewhere I have been, but not on
Yeah.
my own.
Yeah.
And you were great. You just like talked me through it. You were like, look at all these activities that are available. And I really leaned into what you were saying. And I'm like, great. Because normal Sarah would be like, I have to plan every single thing so that my brain knows what we're doing, and I literally get there and I have a calendar and I cross off each day, and then I've wished my holiday away. And I'm doing it so differently this time. I'm like, I've got your list. I'm going to have that printed out. But each day I'm just going to tune in and be like, what am I feeling today? Where do I need to go? What do I need to explore? So it was the most incredible permission slip to just be able to
Mm-hmm.
go, actually, you'll be okay as long as you're tuning in and following those whispers, because without that, I would have planned everything and I would have missed probably 90% of what I am going to experience. So thank you so much.
Mm. You need that permission slip, honestly, to be able to know that you're safe within yourself, to be able to go on the journey. And I think if you can trust yourself and you listen to that intuition and you don't let fear take over, you can have a great time. But you've got to trust yourself and know that you're not going to put yourself in that situation. And if you feel uncomfortable, if it feels like resistance or trying, then it's not the place for you. Listen to what feels good. That's important.
Oh, I love that. And that could be anywhere, right? It could be like literally while you're traveling, a town that you go to, and it's okay just to up and change.
Absolutely. You can change your mind about any place or anything whenever you want. You don't owe anyone anything. You just got to be
Mm,
honest and go, hey, I actually don't want to do that, or I don't want to go there. This feels better for me. You can come if you want, or you can do this.
yeah, I
So
love
many,
that.
yeah, so many people I think also feel like they need to let other people take the lead, or they feel like they have to hand over the control of the choices, and they don't have to do that. It's okay to say no. Like, it's totally fine to do things a different way. So don't feel like you have to travel with a group of friends and follow what they do day in, day out if it doesn't bring you joy. Just say, hey, no, today I need some my alone time, and that's okay.
That is it. That is why I've always hated group trips, because usually one person takes the lead. And even if you like go, normally everyone's like, come on, that's the plan, that's the plan. And without thinking, we've just been shuffled into this other direction.
Yeah. You don't have to.
You actually don't have to do that. I was on a retreat earlier in the year and it was the same thing. Like, we had practices and experiences that we were doing. Everything was completely optional. And if someone was like, you know what, actually, I need to just go and have a nap, like the energy was so much, or like someone was like, I need to go to the beach. And we just rerouted the whole day to include what everyone needed in that moment for their own space, their own time, their own energetics. And it was the most empowering couple of days I've ever had with women, because we were all so vocal in acknowledging, verbalizing what we needed. Like, it was incredible.
And it's not that you're dragging them down for their choice. And these are the type of women that I want to bring together and to start encouraging that behavior. We don't have to bring each other down. We don't have to be petty and nasty. It's okay for people to be different. Not everyone is your cup of tea. If we were all like each other, or we all liked each other, as in like friendly, the world would be bloody boring. Like, we would just be monotonous and all doing the same thing. Yuck. Like, there's meant to be different shades of people and different versions of humans. That's what life is. But it's just being okay within yourself, being a good person, and sticking with what your integrity is to go through life.
All right, so you've got Italy coming up.
I
What
do.
else is in the works for you?
So I'm also a travel coordinator for other businesses who want to do whatever it is that they do, their flavor. So I'm coordinating with a flower market, and they are doing a flower tour overseas. So I am coordinating that. And same sort of energy, just about empowering women. So we're going to 3 farms overseas in the US, and it is about female growers and how they've cultivated their business and how they've grown it, and taking other floral enthusiasts, like growers from Australia and florists and just people who genuinely love flowers. So taking them over, and we've got this most beautiful historic house, and it's just going to be magical. So I'm starting on that. I've got my tours, which will be towards the end of September, October, and then possibly helping a retreat towards the end of the year. So my business is kind of multifaceted. I do my own tours, which fill me with joy and soul. And then I help other businesses who want to take their magic overseas, whether it's a tour or a retreat. And then when I say events, it's kind of like workshops and creative activities and retreats back here in Australia. So I am the organizing queen, but I do it with such energy and such a good, like, coming from such a good space. That is why I think it's great to work with me and to collaborate. Working sounds boring. This is actually really fun.
Yeah, I can see just by the way that your face is glowing.
I just, well, like, how many times when you went to your retreat, like how you felt there and how you felt when you left, when you just have such good space with great people, you get to share that journey with them, and you've taken that on and onto the next one, and you don't have to stop. You can go on as many holidays, retreats, and creative workshops that you want to go on.
Exactly. I've already put my wish list in for next year's tours.
Yes,
Thank
well,
you.
I am cooking up a few things for next year, actually, so very exciting.
That's awesome. And I love that you are not only just creating these experiences from your own viewpoint, but you are also the support woman for those other businesses out there. As entrepreneurs, they go, I want to run a retreat. Trying to add that into what all the other things they have on their plate can be
Yeah.
overwhelming. And you are that person that's, that wing woman that's like, here, I've got it. Tell me your
I'll
vision.
do
Let's put it
this.
into
Let
reality.
me help you get your story and your messaging out. You don't need to worry about those things. I've got those bits.
Oh, I love it. It just opens up so many more doors. Like
Yeah.
when you're like, okay, well, you've got the details covered. Let's play with the vision and see what can be created.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm so excited to work with women like that. That is
Mm.
very exciting for my future.
What kind of women are you attracting into your energy on your retreats?
Oh, so, well, when I do my retreats, which will hopefully be towards the end of the year, so my personal retreats here in Australia will be once again about living in the moment, dropping a lot of fear and letting go of judgment and just stepping into being your own authentic self. So, women I would like to come along to that are those that are ready to live life. I'm not a coach. I actually hire a lot of mentors and coaches myself. I'm not a coach. I am a life liver. So I'm not there to, I'm not that person to help you with the tools to get you through what it is you're going through. That is not my specialty. There are so many beautiful people out there that I can recommend, such as yourself and a few
I
other
was just saying,
people.
do you need me to come along?
Yeah, I'm there if you want to have fun and you want to
Yeah.
live life and you want to, have great conversations and connect with people. If you're ready to do that and just walk away on a high vibe, ready to seize your life and go forth in your journey, then that is the people I am calling in.
Oh my gosh, the world is such an expansive place.
Yeah.
And we can get so stuck in our little boxes. And
Yeah.
this is the most amazing stepping point for many people that are also in that spot of standing on the edge of the cliff going, I'm going to step out. I
Yeah.
just need someone to hold my hand while I'm doing it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, fear is just a little bit like that. But if you have the support around you to go, hey, it's okay, then you can keep going. The fear can hold you in place and can keep you back. But I would rather be those first few steps towards going to where I'm going, those first steps going nowhere. That to me is more sad and heavy and disappointing and scary than the fear of going forward. So many people succeed, whatever that means to you, because they actually just did it. I booked the ticket. You just just go, just give it a go.
That is exactly what is the worst. It's taking those steps and not being able to see the ground beneath your feet
Yeah,
and
it's
just
going to be
keep
okay.
going.
You can change your mind about anything at any time. Decide you don't want to keep going that way, you want to go right or left, you can do that.
Travel tips in general. What are your
Oh,
top tips that women should be having awareness about before they go traveling?
yes. Okay. Well, this one's pretty basic. I'm a serial overpacker. Like I have issues and I have to work really hard. Like I have to start packing in advance to do the culls. There is nothing more annoying than trudging a huge, heavy suitcase around wherever you're going. So last trip I did to Italy, 3 weeks, I took a carry-on size bag, which for me is phenomenal. Like that is unheard of. Yes, it ended up being a little bit tricky because I bought things, but I just bought another bag over there. But one thing I did invest in was you can buy, like, I don't know what they're called, you can get them on Amazon. They're like plastic bags where you shove things in, roll it up, and it sucks all the air out and it makes things flat. That for your dirty clothes, fantastic, because when you wear clothes, they all sort of build up a little bit bigger than for me, than when you originally packed them. So it can take up room, and especially jackets and jumpers. So that for me was game changer going to Italy, and just having those pieces that you can wear, like dress up and dress down, super important. The second thing with packing is shoes. Holy hell, shoes are so important. Getting like a good pair of sneakers that you can also wear with a nice dress, but are going to be comfortable to do those many, many steps that you do overseas because you're exploring or just getting lost. Very important. The second thing is to look at travel cards or bank cards that don't incur an overseas fee. You can go do your own research. I'm not here to provide investment advice, but that is something that is super handy. I have a card that doesn't charge anything. So whenever I go overseas, I get no ATM fees, no exchange, like none of those fees. So I think that's kind of really fun. Trust yourself and your intuition. Literally just ask, what is it that I want to do today? Like, what will bring me joy? Does this feel good or does this not? And be okay with saying no. So if you are traveling with a group of people or with a friend, just know it's okay to say no, and you don't have to do it aggressively. Just go, oh, that's such a good idea. It's just not for me today. I'm going to do this, but I would love for you to continue and do you. So I think people need to get a bit better at saying no and accepting no and being okay with it. Travel points, making sure you're crafting and accruing some points. There are many people and guides out there that can help you up level your travel over time, especially if you start being a little travel bunny and going all the time. You can start accruing some points to up level your flights, or even just get lounge access, just to feel a little bit more higher energy, high vibe, and make that trip a little bit more special.
Yeah, that makes such a difference. One of the tips you gave me, and I'm going to show my age here because I had no idea about it, was an eSIM that you can do before you go.
Yes. So there's depends on the country and where you're going and what you're doing. Have a research of some eSIMs, pretty simple, downloading them onto your phone so you don't actually have to get a physical SIM, but you also can get a physical SIM. So whenever you're at the airport, you can just buy them in the airport and pop that into your phone, because it's travel, shit happens. You've got to be okay.
That's actually a really good tip.
Like a physical card and have it locked away somewhere.
Yeah,
just in case something happens, you have some backup options.
exactly.
Yes.
And be prepared.
Yes. And if you are stepping into traveling by yourself for the first time, I know how scary it is. Just have that person back home that you're sending, hey, I'm about to get on a bus for 3 or 4 hours, or I'm about to do this. So you have someone that you are touching base with, just so they know where you're at. And it's just so I think that you feel safe in what you're doing.
Like when you go on a date, you got your safety person.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. And eventually you'll be okay and you'll be fine and trust yourself. But I think I did that when I was first traveling solo when I was a lot younger. I had one friend that I would, with what I was doing and where I was going, when it was a little bit more off road than the norm.
Oh, that's fantastic. Like you say, we're not manifesting any situations, but to build ourselves up and just to have that full security within ourselves.
Have the tools. Yeah. So you feel good and feel safe. Like whenever I travel, I just have the time of my life.
Oh my gosh, amazing. I'm just getting this vision of being so connected while you're out and just the flow of energy. So I can just see it. Oh my gosh, Carly. So if anyone hasn't already, they want to jump on and they want to get into this tour group, you'll come back a different person, right?
You honestly will. Like, I think, and you'll make so many connections. I think when you travel, you come back a different person no matter what, whether you're doing it with me or with someone else or whatever. I think travel is truly living in this life and learning something about yourself. So I think no matter where you go or what you do, you're going to have those core memories and those experiences that are helping build you into who you are. So I think if you do come on my tour, that is what we're about, is just like living in the moment, being there with some great people who are also raising your energy and vice versa, and meeting new people that aren't just in the group, they're outside, just expanding your mind just a little bit.
How can anyone connect with you?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram, Revera Tours and Events. My website is currently being built and should be live mid-May. So that will be coming soon, and I'll announce that on my Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, very new at that, and a bit of a boomer energy, but she'll get there.
Yes, Megan.
Yeah. Someone said it's very organic and I'll do great. I'm like, have you met me? Technology, organic. Oh, don't know if they go, but we'll try.
That's okay.
What's the worst that's going to happen?
It's easy. Just delete it. Oh my gosh. I am so inspired to actually not even just go traveling, but to just go and live my life for the rest of the day today.
Try something new. Go coffee shop.
Shifted my energy. We were having a chat before we started, and I was just saying to Carly, like, I was having a bit of an emotional day today because I've done some deep inner work and I've been processing. And this conversation has just got me so inspired and so uplifted. I'm definitely just going to go out and do something completely different than what I was going to do. So thank you, Carly.
Thank you. And my job here is done.
Thank you for joining me, all my beautiful empresses on Embody Your Empress. You are going to probably listen to this episode over again, because what a glass of energy when you're just having a bit of a moment and you're about to make a life decision, or you're pondering on it and you need a little tip over the edge. Come back to this episode, because this is real life. This is about living your life and just getting all the juicy goodness out of it that you possibly can. So make sure you share it with anyone who needs to hear it in their ears. Make sure you save it so you can come back to it later. Reach out and connect with Carley, and we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.